Chairman.
Is a UKIP candidate in the room? In just a moment, and then I must progress. No?
He's it. He is here somewhere. There he is.
Thank you. Election of a Member of Parliament for Hendon on Thursday the 7th of May 2015. I, Hugh Rayner, being the returning officer at the above election, do hereby give notice that the number of votes recorded for each candidate at the said election is as follows. Dismore Andrew, Labour, 20,604. Hill, Alistair, Liberal Democrats, 1,088. Offered Matthew, Conservative, 24,000. Samuel Ben, Green, 1,015. Shamash Raymond, UKIP, 2,545. I therefore declare Matthew Offers duly elected.
Yes.
Want of an official mark, 6. Voting for more than one candidate, 56. Writing or mark by which a voter could be identified, 4. Unmarked or void for uncertainty, 69. Thank you very much indeed.
I'd like to start by thanking the Mayor for announcing the result. Also, the counting agents and indeed the returning officer for tonight's result. I'd certainly like to thank the police for keeping us all safe as well. I'd like to thank Hilary Smith, who's my agent, and Ollie Hazel, who's been my campaign manager. And indeed, Gary Simpson, the chairman of my association. And I'd certainly like to thank everyone else who has helped as well, particularly my wife Claire, and indeed my dog Max. Tonight has been a very important night. For me, and indeed I believe the country, it has not been about the fight with Labour. It's been about the fight with the SNP. I think we're seeing terrible losses of many different MPs north of the border, and we certainly will need to work to address some of these concerns. In this constituency, this election has been a great opportunity to highlight some of the problems that we continue to have. Housing remains a problem, and one of my priorities will remain the West End of this state and the people on there, particularly the leaseholders. We see other problems within the constituency, such as school places, and I will continue to work upon them. And there's still a fear amongst our communities, both in the Jewish community and in Muslim communities, about radicalisation, and I will certainly work for that. But I want to congratulate other candidates for the election they fought. But you wouldn't expect me to comment upon each and every one of them, but I will comment on one, and that's Andrew. Andrew, you are not defined by the letters MP after your name. You are defined as a human being and as a person. And I ask you to look upon that and not take this so personally. But I do also warn you as well. They're coming next year, next May, we are coming for you on the GLA. I would like to thank the people of Hendon who have once again put their trust in me. I will continue to work hard as their constituency MP, and I will certainly work hard in Parliament to get the things that we need to make this constituency a better place. A place where unemployment is down, a place where more people can afford their own home, a place where we have aspiration as a main cause of everything that we do. So thank you very much and good night.
Hold on.
also like to thank the returning officer, the police, my agent, Amar, my organisers, Jacob and Naressa. I'd also like to thank my wife, Linda, who's had to put up with all sorts of things over the last few weeks and has been out helping me throughout this campaign. I'd like to thank all my volunteers. Hard for me to name, but I will name one, and that's Marcus, who has been the most solid volunteer one could ever hope for. It's been a disappointing night for me and for Hendon Labour, and indeed for Labour in other parts of the country. But we will fight on. I remain on the London Assembly, and I will continue to fight for the London Assembly seat next year, no matter what Matthew may have to say. I think there were particular factors that were in play in this election, which I do not think will be in play next year, and I'm confident we will hold that seat. Because it's important that Hendon and Barnet and Camden have a voice from the left, from Labour, that stands up for them on these issues of housing, on the issues of transport, on the issues of schools, and on all the other issues which affect everybody here so badly. It looks like we may end up with a Conservative government, and it's therefore that much more important that we have Labour representation for this area. Thank you all for listening to this, thank you all for coming, and I would simply say that it has been, I think, a relatively good mixed campaign compared to what might have been previous occasions, and I'd like to thank all the other candidates for that.
Thank you all very much. I'd like to congratulate Matthew. Beyond the actual results, let us all appreciate the celebration of democracy, which is a wonderful thing. I'd like to thank my election agent, John Laskin. UKIP is moving from a party of protest to a mainstream party, and we hope to build on this. And in 2020, we hope that people will appreciate that we are a significant party and give us a significant Westminster faction. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could, if the courtesy to listen to the candidates as they make their speeches. Thank you very much indeed.
I'd just like to also extend my thanks to the Mayor, Returning Officer, counters and the police for what has been a very safe and swift count this evening. I'd also like to thank my opponents for what has been a very clean and very fair fight, and I think that's something that's very important. I'd like to offer my congratulations to Dr. Offord for his victory this evening, and I'd also like to thank my party for fighting what has been a formidable and very challenging fight this evening for the Liberal Democrats, not just here in Hendon, Barnet, but across the entire country. Now, I've been heartened by the levels of support, personal support, that I've been getting from people throughout the political spectrum. And I am disappointed by the fact that my result is the way it is. However, I will not be disappearing. I will be here to fight for Barnet, to fight locally, to ensure that there's fairness in this borough, to ensure that our libraries remain open and viable for everyone. And I'll make sure that as we progress through the years, that we will have a strong Liberal Democrat voice in Barnet to make sure that we do have the fair services we all deserve. Thank you very much.
This campaign has been fought very well by all candidates, and I'd particularly like to thank my volunteers in Hendon and around the whole of Barnet who have been absolutely stalwarts throughout, and we've really been showing unity throughout the borough, and I'm sure there's many things that we do agree on, and let's continue to have a wave, you know, of green support as one does. Thank you very much for volunteering. Now just get some sleep and get some rest.